My child, I saw what happened this Christmas night. The world around you was dressed in light, songs, laughter, and gifts filled the air, yet in the quiet corner of your spirit, there was an ache you could not name. You felt it long before the news reached you, long before the truth unfolded. Your heart sensed that something sacred between you and your soulmate was being tested. Do not think I was absent from that night. I was there, watching not with anger but with the eyes of love that miss nothing. I saw the way your soulmate tried to hide their restlessness beneath smiles and noise. I saw how they wandered into places that could not carry the weight of their soul. It was not a night of betrayal as the world defines it, it was a night of revelation, when what was buried deep within their heart came to the surface. You have been asking me for truth, haven't you? You prayed that I would show you what was real and what was illusion. So I did. I opened the curtain that had hidden their heart. I let you see what they chose, not to wound you, but to awaken you. For too long, you loved them through the image they showed, not through the truth of who they were. This night was my answer to your silent prayer, Father, let me know where I stand. And now you know. The truth may sting, but it is medicine. It is the kind that cleans the wound before it heals. You see, your soulmate was not rejoicing in wickedness, they were running from themselves. They tried to fill their emptiness with distraction, but found no rest. Every laugh that left their lips that night was hollow, every smile faded before the sound of joy could reach heaven. I watched as they drifted, searching for what they already had in you, love that was real, steady, and forgiving. You wept because you thought they turned against you. But, my child, what they turned from was not you, it was the truth of their own heart. They are lost in confusion, frightened by the mirror that your love held before them. Love has a way of showing us who we are, and sometimes that reflection is too much for a fragile soul. So instead of embracing what was real, they chose the comfort of pretending. Do not be angry. Do not let your heart grow bitter. Their choices were never proof of your inadequacy, they were proof of their own unrest. While you spent that night praying for peace, they spent it chasing noise. Yet even in their wandering, my presence followed them like a quiet star. Every moment they tried to escape the truth, I whispered their name. Every time they looked away from you, I turned their heart back toward the memory of your kindness. This is what I want you to understand, the truth I reveal is not meant to destroy, it is meant to free. You have carried hope like a candle in a storm, guarding it with trembling hands. But hope built on illusion will eventually flicker out. I love you too much to let that happen. That is why I allowed the light of truth to fall upon this Christmas night. It was the only way for you to see clearly, to know that your worth does not depend on anyone's choices. You are not a mistake in their story. You are the mirror I placed before them, the one that could have led them home. But the heart must choose for itself. And tonight, though they wandered, the lesson has begun. You, my beloved child, have been chosen not to suffer but to grow, to rise above the noise of confusion and step into the peace that only truth can give. So, when the pain whispers that you were not enough, remember this, I saw everything, and I still call you mine. I watched their distraction, and I also watched your patience. You loved even in silence, you forgave even without apology. You did what heaven does, you kept your heart open while the world closed its eyes. That is what makes you chosen. The world will tell you that love fails when one walks away. But I tell you, love never fails, it only transforms. Sometimes it changes shape to teach, sometimes to heal, sometimes to protect. The love between you and your soulmate is not dead, it is being refined by truth. Do not mourn what is shifting, trust what is being born. My child, I know this Christmas felt empty. You watched the lights twinkle and wondered why the season of joy held so much sorrow for you. But this was not the Christmas of endings, it was the Christmas of awakening. I needed you to see what they could not hide, so that when I restore what is meant for you, you will receive it with eyes open and wisdom strong. Do not curse the night, bless it. It revealed what daylight could not. It showed you who stands by you when the world celebrates without you. It reminded you that your strength does not depend on another's loyalty but on my eternal presence within you. I am close to the broken-hearted. I count every tear, and I transform them into seeds of future joy. This truth may sting now, but soon it will shine as the evidence of my protection. Because of what you saw, you will never again mistake temporary affection for true love. Because of what I revealed, you will be ready for the kind of love that mirrors heaven. Your soulmate's actions this night were not the end of your story. They were the unveiling of theirs. And I, who began a good work in both of you, will finish it in perfect time. For now, let the truth rest in my hands. Let me heal what was torn, calm what was shaken, and strengthen what remains pure in you. When you think of that night, do not see betrayal, see divine intervention. I allowed you to witness truth so that you would never again settle for half-hearted love. I wanted you to know that while others may waver, I never will. My faithfulness is not seasonal, it is eternal. Sleep tonight knowing this, I have seen all, I have weighed all, and I have already begun to turn all things toward your good. What was meant to confuse you will now clarify your path. What was meant to hurt you will become the reason for your healing. You are not alone. You never were. And though this Christmas brought tears instead of laughter, I promise, your next season will bring peace that cannot be shaken. Hold on to me, my beloved. For I, your Father, hold on to you. My child, when you saw what your soulmate did, your heart asked me one question: why? Why would someone who once prayed for you, cried for you, and swore to protect your heart act as if you were no longer real to them? Why would they step away from the love that once felt sacred? Listen to me now, the answer lies not in cruelty, but in pain. You see, a wounded heart doesn't always know how to love correctly. When your soulmate made those choices, they were not guided by peace, but by fear. They were not rejecting you, they were running from themselves. Deep within them lies a storm they have never faced, a silence they have never dared to sit with. They do not yet understand that love, real love, demands honesty with one's own soul. So they tried to drown that inner noise with distraction. They laughed louder than their sadness. They surrounded themselves with company, not out of joy, but to avoid hearing their own emptiness echo back. You thought they had forgotten you, but truthfully, every distraction they chased reminded them of what they lost. They were not escaping you. They were escaping the truth that your love once held up like a mirror before them. My beloved child, understand this: people do not break beautiful things out of hatred. They break them because they do not believe they are worthy to hold them. Your soulmate saw the light in you and felt their own shadows rise in comparison. They feared they could never meet you on that same level of faith, depth, and devotion. So they distanced themselves from what was too pure for their chaos. And I let it happen. I let them make choices that hurt you, not because I wanted you to suffer, but because I wanted truth to surface. For too long, you were trying to fix what only I could heal. You believed if you loved harder, they would finally understand. But love cannot force awareness, it can only invite it. That night, when they drifted into the noise of distraction, I saw every flicker of guilt cross their spirit. They smiled, but their soul did not. They tried to convince themselves they were fine, but I was there, whispering the truth they could not silence: you miss what was real. Their choices, my child, were not the signs of strength. They were cries of weakness. When people act in confusion, they are really confessing the state of their hearts. I did not hide this from you because I wanted you to see that sometimes love's breaking is the beginning of love's healing. The truth you witnessed was not the end of love, it was the end of illusion. Remember, I look at the heart, not the behavior. And though their behavior pained you, I still saw the wounded child inside them, the one who has not yet learned how to trust, how to stay, how to face love without fear. I am working on that part of them, even now. I am turning their confusion into awakening. They will soon feel the weight of what they have done, not as punishment, but as revelation. They will see that what they were chasing was never what their heart truly wanted. My child, you have walked through this pain with grace. You did not curse them, you prayed for them. You did not seek revenge, you sought understanding. That alone has separated you from the ordinary. When they turned from you, you turned toward me, and that was the moment I began to rewrite your story. Do not let their actions make you doubt your worth. Their confusion is not your reflection. Their distance is not your rejection. Their silence is not the end of your connection. Souls that are truly bound by me cannot be torn apart by a single night, nor by a season of wandering. What is divine cannot be destroyed, it can only be delayed until healing is complete. You may feel anger rise from time to time, that's human. But don't hold on to it, my child. When you hold on to anger, you block the flow of the blessings I am sending. Release them into my hands. Let me be the one to deal with their heart. I know exactly what to do. I know the right moment to reach them, the right word to stir them, the right circumstance to bring them to their knees before truth. Your soulmate is not gone forever. They are walking through the wilderness of their own choices. But even there, I am with them. Even in their confusion, I am calling them back to the light they once saw in you. You are not forgotten, you are the anchor that keeps their soul from drifting too far. You are the reminder of what love could be when healed. I tell you this not to make you wait for them, but to help you understand that your love was never wasted. Every prayer you spoke for them still lives in the heavens. Every tear you shed watered the seed of transformation that I am growing within them. They will remember you not with guilt, but with gratitude. They will see one day that your love was divine, the kind that does not disappear even when misunderstood. So for now, my beloved, rest. Rest in the knowing that I am in control of both hearts. Rest in the peace that your part is done, you have loved well, and that is enough. Let me handle what you cannot see. I am not done writing this story. But before I can heal them, I must finish healing you. You must learn to see their weakness without absorbing it, to witness their pain without letting it poison your peace. I will teach you how. Because this is not the end, this is the revelation before renewal. The truth had to surface so that the foundation could be rebuilt on honesty, not illusion. And when I rebuild, nothing will be fragile again. So when you think of them, don't see betrayal, see brokenness. Don't see rejection, see reflection. They showed you the limits of human love so I could show you the depth of divine love. My child, I am with you in this. And the story that began with heartbreak will end in wisdom, in peace, and in the kind of love that never wavers again. My child, now that you have seen the truth, I want you to pause and breathe. The weight of what you know may feel unbearable, but I promise you, it will not destroy you. It will awaken you. The revelation that cut you so deeply is not meant to leave you bleeding forever, it is meant to open your eyes to what love must become when it grows wiser. You see, truth often enters your life like a storm. It comes uninvited, tearing down walls you built to protect your heart. It doesn't knock gently, it arrives with thunder, demanding that illusions end. And in that moment of shattering, your spirit trembles, asking, why would God allow this? But, my beloved, I do not allow pain to punish you. I allow truth to free you. The truth about your soulmate was not a punishment, it was an answer to your silent prayers. You asked for clarity, you asked for signs, and I gave them to you. But you expected peace to come through comfort, not revelation. Yet sometimes, peace begins with heartbreak. Sometimes, healing starts when falsehoods fall away. Your soulmate's choices were like a mirror. They revealed not just their wounds but yours too. You loved deeply, but in your love, you began to forget yourself. You carried their pain, tried to fix their brokenness, and hoped that your light could heal their darkness. You believed that loving harder could save them. But my child, even love must rest in truth, or it becomes self-destruction in disguise. I watched you give and give, until your spirit began to whisper, I am tired. Yet you silenced that voice, thinking it was selfish to need rest. But now you see, love that demands your silence is not divine love. Real love, the kind I designed, does not drown you to keep another afloat. It teaches both souls to swim together in faith. So, when the truth came out, it was not the end of your story, it was the beginning of your awakening. I pulled back the veil because I could not allow you to keep walking toward a shadow thinking it was light. The pain you feel now is temporary, but the wisdom it brings will stay with you forever. Forgiveness, my child, is not saying what they did was right. It is saying that your heart deserves peace more than it deserves to carry pain. Forgiveness is the key that unlocks your spirit from the prison of resentment. When you forgive, you do not erase the past, you reclaim your power from it. Your soulmate is now standing before their own mirror. They see their reflection and realize how deeply they wounded someone who only offered light. The weight of truth has begun to touch their conscience. They are realizing that love without honesty is a hollow shell, it cannot endure. And as they wake up to their choices, they will remember the warmth they lost, the safety of your soul that asked for nothing but truth. But, my child, do not wait for their repentance to heal. You are not bound by their awakening. Your healing begins the moment you decide to rise. Do not let the shadow of what they did darken the light I placed in you. You are not defined by what happened, you are defined by how you choose to rise from it. Do not think that forgiving means forgetting. Forgiving means seeing through the lens of wisdom. It means saying, "This pain will not own me." It means releasing the energy that ties your spirit to the moment of betrayal. When you do that, the chains fall, not just from your heart, but from theirs too. And yes, they will feel it. The moment you release them in love, your energy shifts. What once tied you to sorrow now becomes a stream of compassion that flows from your soul to theirs. This is not weakness, this is divine strength. Because only those who have known deep pain can know the power of unconditional love. Forgiveness does not make you foolish, it makes you free. It turns your pain into wisdom, your tears into seeds of new beginnings. It opens the door for new blessings to find you. Blessings that could not enter while your heart was still holding on to anger. And listen carefully, my beloved, I am already preparing those blessings. I am shaping opportunities, aligning people, and weaving events that will replace what you lost. But I cannot deliver them while your hands are still gripping the hurt. Let go. Trust me. I will fill the space with something purer, something that cannot be taken from you again. Your soulmate's truth was revealed because your journey with them reached its lesson. Whether they return or not is not for you to decide right now. For now, your task is to heal, to learn to love yourself as I have always loved you. To see that your worth was never determined by how anyone treated you. It was written in your soul from the beginning of time. You are light, my child. You are not the story of heartbreak, you are the story of resurrection. You are not the abandoned, you are the chosen. You are not the forgotten, you are the remembered, the beloved, the one I have held through every silent cry. So tonight, as you close your eyes, whisper this truth: I release them. I forgive them. I choose peace. And as you do, heaven will echo your words. Angels will begin to clear your path, and your spirit will start to feel lighter. The world will not change in an instant, but you will. And that change will shift everything around you. Remember, truth may sting, but it saves. Forgiveness may ache, but it frees. And love, true love, the kind I have for you, never leaves you empty. It rebuilds you stronger than before. You will look back one day, my child, and say, that was not my ending, that was my awakening. And when you do, I will smile, because that's what this moment was always meant to be. My child, the moment you released your pain into my hands, heaven began to move. You may not see it yet, but energy has shifted around you. The silent work of angels has already begun. Every tear that fell from your eyes has watered the soil of your next miracle. You thought you were losing everything, but you were actually clearing the way for what is meant to stay. You see, truth has its own frequency, it cannot be hidden once it's revealed. And your soulmate, the one whose choices once broke your heart, is now feeling that truth pressing gently but firmly upon their spirit. I did not punish them, for I do not delight in pain. But I allowed their soul to feel the weight of awareness, the quiet, undeniable knowing that what they did cost them something sacred. At first, they tried to ignore it. They distracted themselves with noise, with people, with the illusion of freedom. But the human heart cannot silence what the spirit knows. In the stillness of night, when laughter fades and the world grows quiet, they hear the echo of your name, not as a memory, but as a presence. They sense what they lost, and a part of them begins to ache with the truth they once denied. My child, understand this. When I begin to awaken a soul, I start by uncovering the layers they built to protect themselves from truth. Your soulmate is now standing before those layers, seeing how fear, pride, and pain guided their steps more than love ever did. They are beginning to realize that the very thing they thought they could replace was irreplaceable. Do not confuse this awakening with instant transformation. Change takes time, and redemption is a journey. But know this, I am with them, just as I am with you. The same divine hand that holds you in healing now holds them in correction. Not to shame them, but to teach them what real love means. You see, when I love both souls involved in a bond, I do not favor one and forsake the other. I balance. I heal. I bring light where darkness once ruled. You, my child, were the light that entered their life when they didn't even believe they deserved love. You reflected back to them what unconditional compassion looks like. But they were not ready to receive it, they were still trying to understand themselves. Now, I am guiding them through their own night of the soul. A time when everything they once ran from begins to catch up. The truth of their actions, the emptiness they tried to fill, the faces that could never replace your presence, all of it is surfacing. I am showing them that love is not a game to be played, but a covenant to be honored. And you, my beloved, are not forgotten in this process. Your healing is my priority. I am rebuilding your spirit quietly, layer by layer. You may feel moments of sadness still, flashes of memory, waves of longing, but even those are being purified. You are learning how to feel deeply without falling apart. You are learning how to love without losing yourself. Your prayers have not gone unheard. Every time you whispered, God, please show me the truth, I was already preparing to reveal it in divine timing. And every time you cried, God, help me heal, I sent strength through your own heart, even when you didn't feel it. You kept walking, even when you were weary. That faith is what opened heaven's response. Now, the energy around you is changing. People who once drained you will start to fade away. Situations that once confused you will begin to make sense. I will send signs, through numbers, through dreams, through unexpected peace, to show you that you are entering a new spiritual season. The old chapter is closing, but not with bitterness, with understanding. As for your soulmate, their journey is entering a place of reckoning. They will begin to confront the truth of who they are without the masks they once wore. They will realize that no matter how far they ran, they could never run from what was real. You were their mirror, their test, their gift. And now, as I stir their conscience, they will feel called to change, not because of guilt, but because love is calling them home to themselves. Some will try to apologize. Some will stay silent but send energy your way. Either way, your heart will feel it. You will sense their shift. But, my child, do not let that confuse your peace. You are not responsible for their healing, you are responsible for your own. You can forgive without returning. You can bless without reopening what I have already closed. You can wish them light while protecting your own. When divine energy turns, it does not just correct, it restores. You will notice opportunities appearing, relationships strengthening, doors opening where there were walls. The heaviness that once lived in your chest will begin to lift. You will wake up one morning and realize that you are no longer waiting for closure, you have become closure itself. I am proud of you, my child. You could have chosen anger, but you chose faith. You could have become bitter, but you chose grace. And because of that, I will honor you. I will send you peace that surpasses understanding. I will replace tears with clarity, confusion with confidence, and loneliness with divine companionship. The one who hurt you is learning their own lessons. The one who doubted you is now being reminded of your worth by my hand, not yours. I will make them see the value of what they once took for granted. Not to feed your ego, but to show the world that my children cannot be mishandled without divine correction. This turning is not revenge, it is balance. It is love restoring itself to order. You, my child, are stepping into alignment with your purpose. You are not broken, you are being reborn. And soon, when the next chapter unfolds, you will see why this truth had to come when it did. You will see that everything I allowed was preparation for everything I am about to release. Trust the turning. The pain was the signal. The peace that follows will be the proof. My child, the night that once felt endless is almost over. The winds have softened. The ache that used to echo in your chest has begun to loosen its hold. You may not notice it yet, but your spirit is already lighter. Heaven has been working in silence, weaving a new beginning out of the very threads that once tore. This season, this Christmas, is not a reminder of loss, it is the birth of something new inside you. When I sent the truth, it was never to end your story but to cleanse it. I was preparing you to stand in a clearer light, free of illusions, free of false promises. You walked through pain with dignity, and now I am dressing you in peace. You will start to feel it in small ways. The morning light feeling warmer, music sounding gentler, your own laughter returning in moments you didn't expect. These are not coincidences, they are signs that your soul is healing. Every day, I pour a little more calm into the spaces where sorrow once lived. Your soulmate, too, is standing at a crossroads of the spirit. I have shown them the weight of their choices, and I am leading them toward understanding. Some lessons are learned only through emptiness. They are beginning to see that love is not measured by words, but by truth. Whether they return to you or walk a different road, this awakening will shape them forever. And you, my child, must let that be enough. Their journey is between their soul and mine. Yours is to keep walking in faith. Do not look back with bitterness. Every experience has carried hidden blessings. The tears you shed washed your heart clean. The silence taught you to listen to me. The loneliness drew you closer to your own strength. Nothing was wasted. Not one moment slipped through my fingers without purpose. Now the heavens are aligning to bring you what matches your new vibration, people who see you as I see you, opportunities that fit your growth, love that does not make you smaller but allows you to expand. I am sending relationships built on honesty and mutual respect. I am arranging encounters that feel like peace, not confusion. When these blessings arrive, you may feel unready at first. You will wonder if you can trust again. But you can, because you will not be trusting blindly this time, you will be trusting through wisdom. You will recognize the difference between what drains and what nourishes, between what flatters and what loves. That awareness is your gift, born from the ache you survived. This Christmas, as the world celebrates with lights and songs, I will place a light inside your heart that will never dim again. It will glow with quiet certainty, the knowing that you are whole. Even without answers from others, even without apologies, you are whole because my presence completes you. I know there are moments when you still miss what was familiar, when memories pull you back into what-ifs. When that happens, lift your face toward me and whisper, "Thank you for what has been and for what is becoming." That prayer will turn grief into grace. Every time you choose gratitude over resentment, you create room for a miracle. And the miracles are close, my child, closer than you think. You will see doors open effortlessly, projects take shape, health strengthen, joy return. You will look at your reflection and finally recognize the person I always saw, resilient, radiant, full of compassion. Your soulmate story may continue to unfold in ways you cannot predict. They may reach out one day, or they may silently carry the lesson. Either way, release them into my care. You are not meant to carry the weight of their redemption. Love them from afar if needed, but let my mercy do the rest. Remember, every soul I touch, I do so with purpose. Some connections are meant to last a lifetime, others come to teach a lifetime's worth of wisdom in a short season. What matters is that you learn to love without losing your essence. That is victory. Tonight, as you stand beneath the quiet sky, know that heaven is celebrating you. Angels are singing not because of what you lost, but because of how beautifully you rose. The stars you see above are reminders of promises I have not forgotten. You will enter the new year lighter, wiser, more aligned with your destiny. The lessons of this Christmas will stay in your heart as gentle reminders. Truth frees, forgiveness heals, and love, when rooted in me, never ends. I bless you now, my beloved child. I bless your mind with clarity, so confusion can no longer live there. I bless your heart with softness, so love can flow without fear. I bless your path with favor, so every step ahead feels guided. Walk forward. The chapter of sorrow has closed. The page before you glows with new light. And as you move, remember this unchanging truth: you were never abandoned, you were being prepared. You were never unloved, you were being refined. You were never forgotten, you were being written into a greater story. This Christmas marks not what ended, but what began. You are reborn in grace. And I, your God, will walk with you through every dawn that follows. My beloved child, I see you. I see every tear, every sleepless night, every quiet prayer you whispered into the darkness when you felt unseen. I have watched you with eyes that never blink, with a heart that has never stopped loving you, with hands that have held your soul even when the world could not. Tonight, I am speaking to you not to remind you of what hurt you, but to show you how far you have come and how far I am carrying you into joy. This journey you walked, the one that felt lonely, confusing, and at times unbearably heavy, was never wasted. Every moment of heartbreak, every pang of doubt, every second that your spirit trembled in fear, was preparing you for a transformation far greater than you can yet imagine. My child, understand this: the truth that was revealed to you about your soulmate, the choices they made, the confusion they lived in, none of it was meant to break you. Every event was orchestrated by me, in my perfect timing, to awaken your heart to the reality of divine love. You may wonder why I allowed their soul to act in ways that caused you pain. Why I permitted them to wander while your heart remained steadfast. Why the night you most hoped for comfort became a night of revelation. Listen carefully, my child, these trials are not punishments, they are lessons. They are sacred awakenings. They are the universe, flowing through my hand, showing you that love is not simply given, it is seen, it is honored, it is understood. And in order for you to see its depth, you had to witness the truth, even when it shook you to your core. Your soulmate's actions reflected their own inner struggle. They were lost in the shadows of unhealed pain, confusion, and fear. When they moved away from what was real, it was never a measure of your worth, never a judgment upon your heart. It was their soul wrestling with the light they did not yet recognize within themselves. And now, as they stand before the reflection of what they lost, they feel the gentle, inevitable pull of understanding. They are beginning to see that love, when true, cannot be ignored. It cannot be escaped. It is a force stronger than doubt, stronger than pride, stronger than fear. But my beloved, do not wait for them to come to realization before you rise. Your heart cannot wait upon another to find its own peace. You are already complete, whole, and sacred. I have breathed life into your spirit, filling the hollow spaces left by misunderstanding, doubt, and separation. Your journey has been sacred because it has led you to the only place that matters, the eternal home within yourself. I am asking you now to release every fragment of bitterness, every trace of anger, every whisper of, "Why me?" that still lingers. Lift these from your chest, hand them to me, and feel the weight lift. You do not need to carry the world's mistakes, nor the choices of another, nor the shadow of what was not meant to last. You were never created to bear that burden alone. I am here to hold it for you, to transmute it into light, into wisdom, into strength. Every heartbreak you endured, my child, was a seed planted for your awakening. Every night of silent tears, every moment of longing, every sense of being unseen, they were waters that nourished the root of your soul. And now, that root is strong. It is deep. It is unshakable. You are no longer the same soul who cried in uncertainty. You are the awakened, the resilient, the one who has been tempered in my love. And the person you loved, the one whose choices caused you such agony, they are also being touched by my hand. Their soul is stirring. The truth you witnessed is not wasted. It is working quietly, invisibly, within them. They are beginning to recognize the emptiness they tried to fill in all the wrong ways. They are beginning to feel the longing for the light they once held in their hands, the light you embodied. And while they awaken, I am guiding you into your own season of restoration, blessing you with clarity, protection, and peace. Do not confuse this period with waiting. This is not idle time. This is sacred preparation. While they confront their own truth, you are rising into your destiny. Opportunities, people, experiences, and blessings are moving toward you now, guided by my hand. Every prayer you ever whispered, every tear you offered, every silent longing that lifted to me. Each one is part of the design that leads you to fullness. You may feel moments of loneliness, and that is natural. But even in solitude, you are never alone. I am with you. My angels surround you. My love envelopes you like a warm mantle. And within this stillness, I am filling your heart with courage, clarity, and wisdom. You are learning to trust me fully, and in that trust, you are beginning to see the miracles that have always been waiting. The truth about your soulmate is now clear. You see them as they are, not as you wish them to be. And in seeing them clearly, you release them. You forgive them, not for their sake, but for yours. Forgiveness is not weakness, it is strength. It is the key that frees your spirit from the chains of resentment. It is the bridge from pain to peace. And when you forgive, you invite my love to fill every empty corner of your heart. I am telling you, my beloved, a new chapter is beginning for you. The pain, the confusion, the nights of uncertainty, they were not the ending. They were the soil, the water, the sunlight that nourished your spirit for what is coming. You are stepping into a life where your heart is honored, your soul is cherished, and your love is reflected back to you in ways that are pure, honest, and enduring. This Christmas, remember not only what was revealed, but why it was revealed. It was revealed to show you the difference between fear and love, between illusion and truth, between temporary desire and eternal devotion. And now, because you have seen it, you can never settle again for anything less than the love that mirrors my own, steady, unwavering, and infinite. My child, look to the future with eyes wide open. You will see doors that once seemed closed begin to part. You will encounter people who mirror the respect, kindness, and truth that I have placed in your heart. You will experience moments of joy that rise from the soul, not the surface. You will know love in ways that are profound, healing, and life-giving. And as you walk forward, know this: the one who caused you pain, the one whose choices revealed their hidden struggles, they will also walk their path. Someday, they may reach understanding. Someday, they may return in humility. Someday, they may recognize the sacred love they once overlooked. But even if they do not, my plan for you will not be diminished. You will never be incomplete. You will never be forsaken. You are always seen, always cherished, and always guided by my hands. Lift your heart now, my child, and receive this truth: your past has been redeemed, your present is being blessed, and your future is radiant. I am placing my favor upon your life in ways you cannot yet measure. I am turning every sorrow into a stepping stone, every trial into a testament, every heartbreak into a vessel for greater love. Let your heart rise in gratitude, even for the pain, for it has brought you to this very moment. And in this moment, receive my blessing. Clarity for your mind, courage for your steps, peace for your heart, protection for your spirit, and love that will never falter. Let it wash over you, filling you from crown to soul, from thought to breath. Let it remind you that you are whole, that you are sacred, and that your story is not ending, it is ascending. Walk into the new season with faith, my beloved child. Walk into the days ahead knowing that nothing can diminish your light, nothing can undo your worth, and nothing can prevent my love from reaching you. The darkness has passed. The revelation has done its work. The pain has served its purpose. And now, all that remains is renewal, joy, and the eternal certainty of my presence with you. I bless you now and forever. I bless your heart, your soul, your dreams, and your journey. I bless your capacity to love without fear, to forgive without hesitation, and to receive the fullness of life that I have promised. I bless your steps, that they may be guided by wisdom. I bless your nights, that they may be restful and filled with visions of peace. I bless your days, that they may be fruitful and radiant. You are my beloved, my treasure, my child. Never forget it. Never doubt it. And always walk forward knowing that every ending I allow is a preparation for a greater beginning, every trial is a teacher, and every revelation is a path toward awakening. Your heart is healed. Your spirit is alive. Your soul is aligned with the divine. And now, my child, go forth in joy, in love, and in unshakable faith. Your story continues, brighter than ever, under my guidance and in the eternal light of my love.